By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates, friends of the university, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 13th of the Open University's degree ceremonies being held in 2017. It is my very great pleasure to welcome our honorary graduand, Emeritus Professor Diane Elson. We're delighted to be able to honour her today. During the past year, the Open University has awarded over 20,000 qualifications, ranging from Certificate of Higher Education to Doctor of Philosophy. Throughout 2017, more than 8,000 graduates will be presented for their qualifications at degree ceremonies such as this one in London. Our ceremonies are being held in 12 different towns and cities throughout England, and also in Belfast, Cardiff, Edinburgh and Dublin. I think this really illustrates the extraordinary scale, scope and reach of the Open University. It goes without saying that today is a very important occasion in the life of all of our graduates, and for your families and loved ones, as well as for the university staff, who I hope you feel have nurtured and supported you on your journey with us. So you could be forgiven for thinking that an occasion so important needs to be solemn. But you couldn't be more wrong. In every sense, today is about celebrating. So, I will be extremely disappointed if anyone crosses the stage today to anything less than thunderous applause or whatever other noisy way you choose to express your support. So with that in mind, I think we need a practice. Graduates, would you all mind briefly standing for me, please? Friends, families, OU staff, let's start the ceremony by giving our amazing graduates a very noisy round of applause. We'll take that as a good start. I think we can build on it. Graduates, you can sit down now. Thank you. And there's another way that you can show your appreciation to your graduate. If you want to post messages or photos on social media today, please use #OU_ceremonies, and that way we'll be able to share your congratulations and celebrations with everyone here at the ceremony, everyone in the OU community and with the world outside. So the order of events for today will start with the presentation of graduates who have gained higher degrees and those who have gained first degrees, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws. And those graduates will be presented by Dr. Frank Monaghan, who's the Staff Tutor for Education in the Faculty of Wellbeing, Education and Language Studies. After we've seen the first set of graduates, we will then award our honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Professor Diane Elson. Professor Elizabeth Silver, Professor of Sociology in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, will present Emeritus Professor Elson, who will sign the Honorary Graduates book and make a reply. Then we'll continue our presentation of new graduates with those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas of higher education who have been able to attend here today. And to conclude the ceremony, I'll give my personal address to the graduates. So to start us off, I now call upon Dr. Monaghan to present graduates.
Executive Dean, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, I present to you for a thesis entitled Identification and Characterization of New Mouse Models for Hearing Loss, Andrew Parker. For the degree of Doctor of Education, I present to you for a thesis entitled A Study of Teaching Assistants' Engagement with a Mathematics Block of Learning, Martin Crisp. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Classical Studies, Mary Wang. For the degree of Master of Arts in History with Distinction, I present Ralph Canning. Catherine Dale. For the degree of Master of Arts in History, I present Harriet Hunt. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Sarah Alton. Robert Clayson. Belinda Fowler. James Hamilton. Ellie Kirk. Jatinda Landa. Andrew Preston. Jeanette Reid. Henning Schulze. Nicola Tilley. Simon Waters. Tim Weeks. Sandra Wattawa. Matthew Wright. For the degree of Master of Business Administration and a degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Philippa Rody. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Technology Management, I present Zofia Najna Dr. Kormendy. For the degree of Masters in Education, I present Amanda Chappell. For the degree of Master of Engineering, I present Stuart Wilson. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing with distinction, I present Jörg Sauer. Jean Puskar. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing for Commerce and Industry, I present Benjamin Stanley. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, I present Olivia French. For the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics, I present Daniel Hoff. Karima Karga. Executive Dean. I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering, and Bachelor of Laws degrees and have been able to attend here today. I present, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with first-class honours, Kathy Anderson. Cressida Black. Georgia Ball. Peter Copeman. Rebecca Curtis. Paul Davis. Simon Davis. Penny Ferguson. Amy Flower. Mark Gallagher. Samantha Grant. Lynn Hall. Margaret Hall. Vivian Hanidas. Val Harrison. Louise Hawkins. Richard Highfield. Steve Labour. Elizabeth Newton. Anne Quinlan. Judiana Ratnaval. Carolyn Robertson. Erica Ross. Helen Ryan. Lorna Smythe. Emma Steed. Deborah Stevens. Janet Thurkel. Gabby Thompson-Wolgemuth. Jane Thornton. Rebecca Tulk. Sarah Vega Pestana. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Suhura Abdi. David Eyre. Andatun Bakari. Janet Baker. Jane Baldwin. Caroline Ballinger. Charlotte Bates. Jocelyn Beasley. Miriam Begley. Amina Begum. Annie Blackery. David Brown. Henrietta Bullen. Agnes de Bouzman. Anne Butcher. Andrew Bayard. Julie Calpa Erazzo. Anita Camilotti. Rosie Carpenter. Alexander Carson. Haley Kasangina. Sassy Cave. Laura Chandler. Tiffany Chandler. Susanna Chant. Kevin Chapman. Sharon Chapman. Richard Chules. Amrita Klehan. Elizabeth Collett White. David Collins. Sandy Corrigan. Eamon Crowley. Sarah Cummings. Brian Davies. Louise Deer. Adrian Dells. Joanne Dixon. Katie Dobson. Tom Daw. Yvonne Dove. Claire Drury. Susanna Duncan. Karen DeCen. Fiona Hickman. Eva Dvorakova. Alexandra Eames. Rog Eastwood. Kelechi Ejim. Behan Fitur. Victoria Fleming. Michael Fletcher. Kylie Floyd. Kath Freeman. Sarah Frewer. Christina Frost. Andrea Fuchs. Ruth Garman. Mandy Gibbons. Sarah Glazebrook. Michaela Gomez. Marie Goody. Emma Gorry. Melissa Gray-Taylor. Remy Green. Helen Greaves. Joanne Hammond. Sarah Harris. Victoria Hartnell. Hashim Hassan. Julie Horton. Anton Hundekamp. Deborah Holmes. Jane Hughes. Julie James. Brian Janganand. Louise Jennett. Louise Jessup. Richard Kerry. Arlan Kotob. Mimi Lee. Alison Lungley. Jane McCardle. Alexandra Mackenzie. Fiona McMichael. Silvana Magalova Evans. Laura Mattis. Glynis McGrath. Nicola McNabb. Laura Moan. Katarina Monastirli. Ruth Moore. Barry Morgan. Holly Morrison. Leonard Moa. David Newton. Margaret Newton. Lawrence Northover. Harriet Ogden. Julie Osborne. Penny Osborne. Jade Perry. Jacqueline Piddock. Andrew Platten. Michelle Ponton. Lucy Prosser. Linda Pusey. Naresh Ramchandani. Pamela Roberts. Irene Romilio. Simon Rowley. Sharon Ruckley. Victoria Ryan. Nicholas Sansom. Denise Schultz. Susan Scoble. James Sebastian. Billy Shamash. Edwin Smith. Joanna Smith. Rebecca Smith. Selena Smith. Sinead Southam. Sascha Strobel. Anna Tiplin. Anna van Poeteren. Rob Walford. Samantha Webb. Wendy Wielden. Carla Wheeler. Rebecca Willard. Janine Walters. Sophie Arworth. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Jo Arns. Mark Doran. Anna Loberton. Sharon Saleh. Alan Swan. Denise Swan. Claire Tollett. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, I present Anthony McCluskey. Gottlieb Schumann. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, I present Mark Baldwin. Nola Bond. Robert Bourne. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, I present Evelyn Akihiro. Christopher Brown. Michael Iakapolo. Danny Johnson. Paige Jones. Barty Joshi. Jane Kingsford. Richard Levy. Charles Nyafuna. Rebecca O'Donnell. Lisa Pierce. Lauren Roberts. Catherine Rogers. Georgina Sullivan. Adam Ward. June Williamson.
Executive Dean, colleagues, graduates, guests. Professor Diane Elson is an economist and sociologist and one of the world's leading experts on gender, development, and human rights. Her work has helped place women's rights and needs at the center of policy and practice in international development. Professor Elson studied philosophy, politics, and economics at St. Hilda's College, Oxford, and had research posts at Queen Elizabeth House, Oxford University, the University of York, and the University of Sussex. She then joined the University of Manchester, where she earned her PhD and became a professor of development studies. She was professor of sociology at the University of Essex until her retirement. In 2016, she received the Leontief Prize for advancing the frontiers of economic thought. The influence of Professor Elson's work is illustrated in her pioneering study with Ruth Pearson, Nimble Fingers Make Cheap Workers, showing that some development policies to integrate women actually contribute to their exploitation. In a later work, Male Bias in the Development Process, she analyzed discrimination in development policies and strategies, suggesting ways to overcome it. In Gender Awareness and Modeling Structural Adjustment, she showed how economic policies which maintain gender inequality are wasteful, inefficient, and unproductive. These books and various articles are widely acknowledged as classic and foundational texts in development studies. Professor Elson has made an incredible contribution to development studies also outside the academy, especially in her capacity as advisor to the United Nations in the Development Fund for Women and Task Force on the Millennium Development Goals. She currently serves on the UN Committee on Development Policy and is advisor to UN Women. Her ideas about gender-responsive budgeting, which propose following the money to ensure that policy commitments are matched with investments, have been very influential in helping to hold governments to account. Her framework for understanding and analyzing unpaid work is being adopted by the UN and implemented internationally. She retains strong links to networks of activists in and outside academia. With Devaki Jain and other feminists known as the Casablanca Dreamers, beautiful name, she presented a vision for a better world, from economic crisis to equality, setting out a program to be redistributive, inclusive, environmentally sustainable, and socially just for everyone. For more than a decade, she chaired the UK Women's Budget Group, a group of feminist researchers which analyzes government policy from a gender perspective. She currently serves on their management committee. At the Open University, we are privileged to have a long-standing association with Professor Elson. Her ideas have profoundly shaped our approach to development studies, and she has worked with us in various capacities, from associate lecturer to project advisor. Like others around the world, Open University students draw inspiration from her analysis and her activism. It is a particular pleasure to acknowledge Diane Elson's groundbreaking contribution to development economics, gender equality, and social justice, and to outline her contributions in these fields. Executive Dean, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Diane Elson.
I'm delighted to accept this honor from the Open University because of my immense admiration for the university and my association with the university over many years. I know how the Open University offers a lifeline to those who need to combine studying with earning a living and or looking after children and other family members. It offered a lifeline to me as a young mother without a full-time academic job in the early 80s, inviting me to contribute to writing the Third World Studies course and to tutor the course in the northwest of England. And I know firsthand the enthusiasm and the experience that mature students bring to the Open University, as well as the difficulties of academic work when you have other pressing demands on your time. So many congratulations to all of you graduating here today. In the 35 years since I contributed to the Third World Studies course, there have been many improvements in the health, education, and incomes of people living in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and the Caribbean, but huge inequality in the distribution of the fruits of development, and some people have been left behind or even pushed behind, losing their employment or land. Moreover, inequality and poverty have also grown in many parts of Europe since the financial crisis in 2008. The Open University has always addressed the challenges of inequality and poverty. It has provided a gateway to higher education for those with few financial resources. And OU researchers have conducted wonderful research on, among other things, how technology and innovation can be made more inclusive, on how health systems can be made more effective through investment in local suppliers, on the benefits of investing in care services, and on how government budgets can reduce rather than increase gender inequality. OU researchers also reach out to wider society. For instance, the OU and the Economics Department in particular has provided vital assistance to the UK Women's Budget Group in its efforts to analyse the impacts of economic policy on different groups of women. But I cannot end without referring to the challenges that the OU and its students currently face. The scandalous inadequacy of financial support for part-time students, the undermining of financial support for high-quality teaching and research at the Open University. These challenges are caused by false economies that fail to take into account the huge benefits that the OU produces, not only for its students and its staff, but also for the wider society. All of you here today can testify to those benefits, and I encourage you to make the case for the investment in the Open University and its students whenever you have the opportunity. Thank you.
Executive Dean, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who've gained Bachelor of Science degrees, Foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert with the ceremony programme. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, I present Andrew Barker. Stephanie Borgold. Antoinette Broomfield. Wendy Chaplin. Ian Davis. Marie-Laure Dupont-Hooper. Uta Fiedler. Gabriela Gmuzdek. Di Hill. Mohammed Islam. Catherine Lanchbury. Michael Lowe. Daniel Miller. Tom Mossop. Philip Nevard. Sarah Ormondroyd. Elizabeth Pavlatuk. Simon Phillips. Steve Power. Kathleen Robinson. Glenn Sullivan Bissett. Matthew Terry. Joe Tomlinson. Clemency Towson. Claire Trafford. Veronique Tyler. Lawrence Walker. Joanne Webb. Saba Yawar. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours and for a Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present wife and husband, Tracy and Paul Britton. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Fatima Alakraus. Martine Alden. Andrew Antonopoulos. Samantha Backler. Victoria Bagot. Hassanatu Ba. Thomas Baker. Matthew Barrett. Philip Batchelor. Emily Biddle. Edward Bingham. Elaine Blouse. Genevieve Bullen. Suzanne Broadbridge. Penelope Brown. Deborah Bryan. Augusto Borgueno Arjona. Karen Coble. Gloria Cooper. Dulan Dabarera. Angela Davies. Grace Davies. Corinne Dell. Andrew Dixon. Sam Edgar. Amy Evans. Mae Fitzmaurice. James Flower. Charmaine Fouché. Samantha Freeman. Holly Gamak. Jessica Glasgow. Mohammed Ghulam. Rebecca Gray. Magdalena Hammond. Carl Harris. Leanne Hawkins. Cheryl Helsden. Yasmin Hugil. Caroline Humphreys. Benedicta Idemudia. Leila Ismail. Lee J. Marcelina Jadlinska. Chloe Jennings. Mohammed Kaji. Henry Keogh. Rachel Carey. Afia Corsa. Laura Marr. Edivania Matoko Claydon. Elaine Mercer. Jonata Melin. Lanka Mikova. Angelique Morgan. Peter Musembi. James Norton. Ruxana Noor Mohammed. Orioluwa Okusanya. Magdalena Onwoha. Nuria Uteral. Sabina Partova. Kriti Pun. Abdul Rashid. Phoebe Rowland. Jodie Rule. Magdalena Rutka. Christine Saville. Emma Shakarizi. Laura Spears. Sadie Stainfield. Sherry Stoker. Kirsty Stone. Gain Strebel. Richard Street. Ulrich Street Poulsen. Louise Sultana. Amy Sutton. April Thorpe. Serena Tofts. Lemmy Tsikana. Kavina Turner. Jason Vigus. Emily Walsh. Daniel Williams. Sol Zamora. Nicola Zimmerman. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Dorrit Golding. J.J. Coombs. Ivelo Mihailov. Nicola Monk. Gail Moore. Colin Nichols. Janine Nugent. Joni Scott. Claire Simpson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing Practice with honours, I present Johannes Bekele. I present for the foundation degree, Avril Alexander. Simone Clark. Sam Devaney. Louise Gray. James Green. Karen Howell. Alex Perez Agustin. Joshua Timms. I present for the Diploma of Higher Education, Ganista Anthony Rasanayagam. Natalie Fox. Robert Hutchings. Melanie Milstead. Jane Wilby.
Well, I hope you'll all agree that this has been a very special day for everyone here. one to remember for the rest of your lives, graduates. It's fascinating seeing the faces as people come towards me on that stage. So there's a few proper, can't believe it, so happy I made it, some real joy. There's a few other faces that are basically pleading to me to get them off this stage as rapidly as possible. And quite a few people who are somewhere in between. At least two of you almost made me cry with the things that you said to me, but I've done this before. I've got tissues in my pocket under here. And it's also lovely to see the faces of the audience, friends and family that you point out to me, looking so proud of you all. Everyone's so proud of you all. I've heard some really wonderful, inspiring stories from someone who came across the stage and said, 20 years, 6 house moves, 2 kids. That's pretty good if you've managed all that while doing your degree, I think. And it's just great to see everyone here today celebrating. Each of you is extraordinary, but together you are even more extraordinary. And I truly believe that the Open University has the most amazing body of graduates anywhere in the UK. I was really inspired by our honorary graduate earlier who absolutely nailed it. You are an astounding group of people, an extraordinary group of people, and we're all here today sharing this auditorium with you, aware that you're probably the most amazing group of people we will meet. Each of your friends, family and supporters that have come with you understand your individual incredible efforts. But most of us here won't realise just what an amazing group you are together. And I'm going to ask the graduates a few questions because I think if we all discover a bit more about you, it will really illustrate exactly what I mean. So graduates, if you wouldn't mind putting your hands up in response to my questions, that would be great. So how many of you were employed or did voluntary work at some stage during your study? How many of you helped to bring up a family or cared for parents or other dependents during your study? And please don't feel that you need to put your hand up if you'd rather not, but who carried out their studies while having a disability? So like I said, OU graduates are a pretty amazing group of people. One of the things that I'm personally really proud of in working at the OU is the number of disabled students that we support. Over 24,000 currently registered students with disabilities. That's not only more than any other university in the UK, but also it's bigger than some universities have total number of students. So it's quite a thing for us, and we're really proud and pleased to support so many disabled students. So as you saw, almost everyone here has fulfilled other obligations alongside their study, perhaps had some struggles and challenges to overcome along their journey. And I can't help but compare that with students at conventional universities. Their extra duties might extend to the sports team, or perhaps I may be reflecting on my own time as an undergraduate here, but they may feel an intense commitment to the student bar. But your efforts are so much greater, your commitments are so much bigger, and you are members of a university that allows people with all sorts of backgrounds to achieve just as you have today. So let me share a bit of a frustration that I have over the words that get used to describe OU students. Conventional students are called full-time students, and OU students like you are described as part-time. Part-time? More like double-time with the Open University, I think. You have been on a very tough journey indeed, and I hope you're as proud of your dedication and achievement, as all of us are in this auditorium today. But there is, yes, thank you. There is one thing, just one thing, that's even tougher than being an OU student. That's living with an OU student. It's true, isn't it? It's definitely true. So many people, as they came across the stage today, signalled to family and friends, pointed out friends and family members to me, and several of you said that you think your achievements belong as much to your supporters as they do to you. So I'd like to give you... I'd like to give you all a moment to acknowledge the support of family and friends who are celebrating with you today. They're here by your side today. It's fantastic that they're here for today's triumph. But I know they've also been by your side for those I really can't do this moments, for those deadline stress moments, and the aha, I understand something fascinating and now I'm going to bore you all about it over the dinner table moments. So let's thank your supporters for standing by you. Graduates, please find your friends and family in the crowd and let's give them a big round of applause. I distinctly remember my mother banning me from talking about brain surgery over Sunday lunch at some point in my past. So I'd also like to take the chance to thank the other vital group that have helped you to get here today. The OU's wonderful academics are represented by my colleagues here on the platform. And it's not just the academics and the associate lecturers, your tutors, who are part of your journey. There's also all the support staff who build the university, who answer your calls and queries, who help us all to write, present courses, deliver messages to you, organise and coordinate everything. And hopefully, I hope you will agree, all of the staff at the OU have supported you and nurtured you on the journey, and they deserve appreciation as well. So a round of applause for my colleagues, please. I really do believe that the Open University is a special place, and you're a special group of graduates. And part of that is the quality of the university that you've just graduated from and the standards that we set. We know employers recognise and value the degrees that you've achieved today. Over 30,000 businesses and organisations in the UK choose the OU to train their staff. And a government survey found that employers understand part-time students to be hard-working, committed, and requiring discipline. No kidding, right? So an OU qualification is not just something to be proud of, it's also well recognised and well respected. And I hope that if you are planning a new job or a promotion following your qualification, you can remind your employer of that. And there are many other things if you're looking for something to tell people about the university of which you are now a proud graduate. Here's a few facts that I hope you will enjoy hearing about this great institution. In 2013, the OU led the way again in digital innovation. We set up the first UK platform for massive open online courses, free learning for the world, through an initiative called FutureLearn. And since it was set up, it's gained over 5 million informal learners around the world. Many of you will also be familiar with our partnership with the BBC. Whenever you see the OU Shield at the end of a TV programme, you can be sure that there will be something extra to learn. And there's lots of examples of that, from the recent documentary Hospital, through to the documentary about hunters and the incredible strategies that have evolved in both hunters and prey to either catch or avoid being caught through evolution. Our academics are involved also in the first documentary that got to take cameras behind the scenes of the Crown Prosecution Service, which some of our law graduates might find interesting. And the OU doesn't just try to bring learning and teaching to people all around the world. It also does wonderful work with people who need our help the most. The Open University is currently working with the British Council to deliver academic teaching to displaced Syrian refugees who are temporarily settled in Jordan and Lebanon. I also, of course, would like to mention the research of the Open University. We've got some fantastic research that really captures the public imagination. And as Executive Dean for Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, I get slapped on the wrist if I call it maths. I am particularly proud, and I'm sure you'll forgive me for mentioning, our contribution to recent space exploration. So researchers in our School of Physical Sciences last summer were part of the international team that analysed the wobble in space and discovered a new exoplanet orbiting our nearest star, Proxima Centauri. It looks like this planet might have the right conditions to support life, which could make it one of the most important scientific discoveries of all time. So I hope it's good to know that you are a member of a university that is a world leader in innovation, committed to helping people to learn, from informal collaborative work with the BBC and free courses on FutureLearn and OpenLearn, right through to the degrees and PhDs that you've seen awarded today. We're world leaders in technology and innovation, and you will always be a member of this university. Our movement of millions, a mission of one for every one of you graduates. You're joining our community of Open University alumni, people who've graduated from the OU all over the world. The OU has been by your side throughout your studies, and today we give you a new commitment. We want to stay with you on your lifelong journey. We'll share with you new opportunities to study, and while the relief on those faces thinking no more TMAs as you came across the stage is profound, believe me, we will see some of you again. Experience has shown. In fact, at least one of our graduates today, when I said you must be so relieved that you've got through your studies, said, I've already started my master's. So trust me, it does happen. We'll share those opportunities to study, and we also promise to help you develop your professional career. And as we learn more in the field in which you've studied, we promise to share with you our latest research as well. So make your voice heard, join our alumni careers group on LinkedIn, try one of our free online courses, might just tide you over until you decide to come back and study something else. And continue to learn, continue to live. You have proven that you've got great skills and ability and plenty of tenacity. Be confident you can change the world around you for the better. When you leave today, you become an ambassador for the Open University and all that we stand for so brilliantly exemplified by our honorary graduate today. Our values of social justice, equality, and the determination that education and knowledge should be open to all. Share your experience of your OU journey with others you know. Tell people what it's meant for you and what it could mean for them. I hope you're always proud to say that you're a member of the Open University. So in a moment, the proceedings will end. We'll process out, and outside the auditorium, you are invited to join us for a celebratory glass of wine. Believe me, you've earned it. So can I ask one last time for all of our graduates to stand, and we'll give you one last huge round of applause. Congratulations. Many, many congratulations. Thank you, graduates. You can sit back down again now. Briefly, very briefly. So that concludes our ceremony. In the official words, the proceedings of this degree ceremony have been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all of those who are able to stand please do so?
Thank you.